Thank you for tuning in to the best parenting show on the internet, Post Daily Dose.
It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post. It's the Post. The Post Daily Dose. It's the Post. It's the Post.
Hey. Good morning, Facebook family. Welcome to another episode of Morning Motivation with Big Puppet. That be me. Today is Whack-A-Mole Wednesday. Ever heard that before? Whack-A-Mole Wednesday. That's what today is, baby. You know why? Because we're going to whack it. Whack. You're going to whack all your tasks. You're going to whack all your concerns. You're going to whack all your problems. You're going to whack all your worries. You're going to whack all your stress. You're going to whack all your fear. Whack. And you know what's left over? Love and happiness, baby. Like Al Green said, love and happiness. Hope everyone's doing fantastic this morning. I thought we'd talk a little bit about goals. Why? Well, because not enough people have goals. And when you don't have goals, what do you get up for every morning? Right? I mean, what's the next day going to bring you? If you don't have goals, today is going to bring you more of yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before. Why? Because you don't have a compass. You don't have a compass for where you want to go. You don't have a direction. But I know down there inside of you are goals. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter if you're 15. Doesn't matter if you're 70 or 80. I remember I once had a social worker, Trine Costa from New York. Trine she reached out to me. When she first reached out to me, she was 85 years old. She was a social worker in New York. Still is. So Trine's got to be way on up there in age. Hey, Trine, thinking about you this morning. 85 years old when I first met Trine Costa, and she came to one of my therapist camps because she was so on fire about helping people and helping them overcome their fears and working through her own traumas. She even brought her daughter, Anastasia, so they could work together and process together and grow together and heal together. 85 years old. Talk about an inspiration. But she woke up every day because she had goals. And it's not just having goals in your head. And I've talked to you guys about this before. It's about writing your goals down. I was thinking about that this morning. Hey, Layla, good morning. I was thinking about that this morning when I was writing my goals. I write my goals every day, and I've done it in some way. You know, sometimes I get lazy and I get out of the habit, I get out of the routine. My vibration gets low and I forget, and so I'll go, a year without doing it. But in some form or fashion, I've been writing my daily goals for probably the last 15 years. Been some gaps in between, so if you're looking at my goal books, you'll see some big gaps. Sometimes I'll have a goal book that I start on, and it leads into a year. A year later, 2 years later, I have to look at my current one. But I fundamentally try to write my goals every day, and I'm getting, as I mature and wisen, I'm getting more and more into the flow, into the zone, and into the realization of the ultimate value of writing those goals every day. So I can see right now from where I'm at that I may potentially write them every day for the rest of my life, except Saturdays and Sundays. I usually skip on Saturdays and Sundays, but I have a goal to start writing on Saturdays and Sundays also. So ultimately be writing 7 days a week. And I used to write 7 days a week, but just like my gym days, I started out doing 4, now I'm doing 5. So when Big Papa tells you he's going to do something, he's probably going to do it. But I'm going to do it because I have goals. And I I write them down every day, the same goals. And where did I learn this? So 15 years ago, 20 years ago maybe. It's probably 20 years ago. Jesus! Getting older. I was listening to an audio program because I told you guys I'm an education junkie. I'm an addict. I'm an audio addict. I'm a book addict. I was listening to this guy, and he was talking about he does it, and he learned it because there's this Chinese billionaire that used to do it every day. And he thought, well, if it's good enough for this billionaire to do it every day, it's good enough for me. And so he passed on that message and that learning to me. And now I'm passing it on to you. Write your goals. It doesn't matter if it's just one goal. I want to encourage you, Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins says, and I love Tony Robbins too, he says, just start writing, just like with the innocence of a child. Just start writing them. Don't limit yourself. Just sit down, get a pen, piece of paper, and just start writing. No limits. And just write as many goals as you can. No limits. Just keep going. And then you'll modify and refine them over time. But the benefit of that is that you get them out. See, a lot of times we have these goals in our heads, we have these thoughts in our head, we have these things we'd like to achieve. I don't care if it's a new pair of shoes. I'm not really into that kind of stuff. But it could be for you. It's not for me. For me, one of my goals that I'm writing in my goal book right now, and sometimes I've got all my goals committed to memory. So if we sat together long enough, I can tell you what all my goals are. Because I write them down, every day, and sometimes I do the same. Most of the time it's the same ones, but I'll add one. So one I've added recently is that my best friend Patrick and I, my workout buddy in the mornings, we're going to go to 3 Dallas. We've been Dallas Cowboy fans for as long as we've been on this earth. We've been Dallas Cowboy fans. We've never given up on them, and most years they suck. But we're going to go to 3 Dallas Cowboy games this year. And one of those is going to be an away game. So we're going to fly to an away game. We're going to have a good time. That's on my goals. I'm writing that every morning on my goals. So it doesn't matter what the goal is. Just have freaking goals. And here's what happens. So I've got some business goals. Once you start writing your goals, just like my health goals. Once you start writing your goals, then what you start doing is you start tuning the your attraction vibration to the universe. And so, because God always says yes, and God wants you to have whatever it is you want. God always says yes. So you start tuning that attraction vibration, and you start writing those goals, and so your body starts to experience the vibration of those goals. Like when I write my goals every morning, I put on a YouTube video of the beach, the ocean, and there's the ocean waves, and sometimes I use this one video where it looks like I'm sitting on a porch and the waves are crashing in and it's raining. And then other times I'm like, yeah, I want some sunshine. And so I'll move it to another one where it's a sunny day and it's ocean, it's live. These are live ocean videos. And so you get the live ocean sound. Well, I do that because one of my biggest life goals is I want to have a beach house in Mexico where I do all my writing and I spend a lot of time, and eventually that's where my grandkids will come and visit Big Papa, is down in Mexico. And I'm going to have a little bar and grill that I can walk to down the beach to my little bar and grill, and I'll have a little fishing business where me and the guys will go out and catch fresh fish every morning, and we'll serve it up for lunch and for dinner at my little bar and grill. And they'll have live music. I'm going to have Kenny Chesney play there. I'll have Zach Brown Band. I'm going to have Lenny Kravitz, Dave Matthews Band. I'm going to Nora Jones, Diana Cross. I'm going to have all these famous artists, musicians, just at this little hole in the... I love hole in the wall stuff. I heard a guy say to me one day, he said, I always make it a practice to never eat somewhere where I can always eat. Meaning, he never eats at chains. And I thought that's really cool. And so I've always been a lover of hole-in-the-wall places. I don't like I try to avoid the chain restaurants because they so I want my little Big Papa's Bar and Grill to be a little hole in the wall. And so that's one of my goals. And I write that every morning in detail as much as I can. And So I'm coming up to Planet Fitness. I'm still waiting for Planet Fitness to reach out to Big Papa for a little sponsorship as I get ready to travel around a little bit at all these different Planet Fitnesses. I'd be a good spokesperson for Planet Fitness. So I tell you that because sometimes the Wi-Fi switches over signals. So it doesn't matter what your goals are, guys. It doesn't matter. You know, new pair of shoes, lipstick, a new shirt, a book, a family trip, a weekend somewhere. It's just write them down and keep writing them down until either you decide to change them or you achieve it. And you achieve it, fantastic. You move on and add something else. But just have some. You know, I've got 30 goals that well, it's actually 29. The 30th thing that I write in my goals every day is that all these things and more already exist and are just waiting for me to come crash into them. And God is love. And then I initial it. And that's it. It's number 30. Of 29 almost never change until I hit them. And once I hit them, or they're no longer important, so they go away. So they don't get on there anymore. But it doesn't matter. Just write them. It's so important. I can't tell you how important it is. Just write them. Tune the instrument of your mind and your vibration, and work for what you want. And what'll happen continually will happen. I didn't finish the thought. What'll continually happen is you'll start to attract things into your life that move you closer towards that goal. So, you know, you'll meet someone who's doing something connected to something you want to do. Or that pair of shoes will be on sale and then all of a sudden you can afford it. Or you'll get, this is when I know I'm rambling on too long as I start losing signal. You get an opportunity to do something that moves you closer to something you've wanted to do. Or, you know, if you'll write your goals and you'll do it every morning, then you start to tune that beacon, and it'll attract these things to you. But if you don't write those goals, it's not good. It's not enough to have it in your head. You got to write it because that helps you visualize it. Remember, with the mind of man can conceive. That's your goal. Write it down and believe. Writing it down every morning, believing, talking to people about it, believing it. You can achieve. That's Napoleon Hill. God bless you. Big Papa loves you. Whack-a-mole Wednesday. Whack, 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 whack all that stress. Whack, 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 whack all that fear. You can achieve whatever it is you want. You just got to be hungry and you just got to go get it. I'm kind of moved away from even the whole hungry thing, the whole beast mode thing. I used to be in this whole, I'm a beast, I'm in beast mode. Nah, I'm a magician. I'm a divine creation of God. And God wants me to have everything that it is that I want. And He wants you to have it too. And so, go be amazing and great, and whack-a-mole Wednesday, baby. Big Papa, if I don't see you on Post Daily Dose, then I'll see you back here in the morning for Tiger Thursday. Nah, not terrific. I'll come up with something. See you guys. God bless.